Action, and it's the Buccaneers who are in control of the football. Looking to throw on second down. Brady. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Just two series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a two-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the...
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Two first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. To throw again on second down. Brady out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
In on the tackle is the lineman, Perrion Winfrey. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Brady. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rachaad White, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are back within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And that drive was finished off with a run from the rookie, Rachaad White. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll try the air now with Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They go with Chubb on second down. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. The Buccaneers at 7-3 now on the year, and they come in off the bye.
Needed as well because you play 2 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. To throw is Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cameron Brate from 3 yards out. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Extra point try now for Succo. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. And tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 50, it's Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. A gain of 3 to the 33.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Complete to Bryant. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On first down, Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop 8-yard loss.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Browns on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Watson.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2nd and 4.
Brady gives this to White and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing on first down is Brady.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady.
To Evans on the slant.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. And this is going to be intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from serious.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go up the middle with Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. To try again after the sack. Brady. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Brady on third down. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing now is Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those, but third down coming up. The final shot before half for Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks. As always, to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
York on now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Succop for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. The Browns on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They run again on first down, Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason. As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel. Understandably, see they get the win. Their offense win this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cleveland, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll hit the road next week on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that, at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Wilson going to come out throwing. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. For Sutton, the receiving numbers from last week's game. 5 catches, 57 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and... So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he... You keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Panthers out for their first possession and leading the offense in his first season with the team, quarterback Baker Mayfield.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down at 4. Mayfield. That's complete outright to the tight end, Tremble. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 110 yards in the score.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Mayfield. There's Tremble, the tight end.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Get all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
Hubbard is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he gets one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards. 7-7, our score after one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Draw play, Edmonds. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert Okwuegbunam. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now McManus for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-second. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
10 more there and another first down. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now third down and 6 to go. Mayfield to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you get all that open space with big guys leading the way.
To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Second and goal from inside the 5. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 37 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys have now moved out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key, quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. enough, not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Mayfield's throw complete there to Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Mayfield on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That caught by Trimble. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Mayfield. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. Mayfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's at the 50. 30.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Much fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first. Trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Panthers ready to go back to work this quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. He's got Fuller. Get it on 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't QB. Anything more than 1 step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
Yeah, boy, it's again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 to lead to a new set of downs. And they run the option here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. He's going to keep this again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Baker Mayfield. And the Panthers cut it back within a score. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs, and it works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So it goes as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. This one to the running back in depth field. 20 should run. Here's a give up the middle. Gordon. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Wilson on 1st down. Open man, and again it's Sutton. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Gordon is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just coach right now, I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. McManus now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense to score on offense?
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Right back to Hubbard. He brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy on the ball, and they keep making the connection.
1st down, Mayfield. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Touchdown, Panthers. Rashard Higgins, 30 yards. And the Panthers are back within a score.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3. Yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw is Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. Dancing away at the 30. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. If nothing else, they've already minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean his way.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to their partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little those with moon grins.
Smith chooses not to reach, bring it out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen. The game's being part of what they do.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Fuller. Able to get this one across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, team relaxed too.
6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They've created a nice sustained drive off a play. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line no more. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield.
Quickly into the hands of Fuller.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. The 3rd down conversion is success. 12 yards that time. Mayfield to throw it. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Baker going to try and run with it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Thomas brings it in. And they do get him down. He's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the fourth quarter, this was definitely Ford's nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with first and goal.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Throwing, Mayfield. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Panthers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth. There was through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score.
Gonzalez to T. And they have taken the lead here in this. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it concludes with a touchdown reception. Moore. Away and off it goes. And able to get out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now it's to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. So first in here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Here's Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wilson. And that, nearly picked off. But it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now Gordon on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Clock's under a minute. limited time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
So here are Mayfield and the Panthers.
Down by 7, 45 seconds remaining.
Mayfield to throw. Able to connect with Fuller.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Being chased out left. Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Denver, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Bye.